Seattle. It's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
We're south of Pioneer Square here in the great northwest city of Seattle at newly named Lumen Field, home of the 12s. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Charles, you look at the Seahawks team as they get ready here. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Seahawks set to go on offense here, and it is the Pro Bowler Geno Smith at quarterback, Charles, in his 12th NFL season.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
First carry here for Ken Walker. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10. Now Geno. Throw out wide to Walker. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
An absolute shutdown game for them. And watching the game film preparing for this one, the people tried to run it against them, nowhere to go. Tried to throw it, couldn't complete anything. An absolute dominating game.
Not what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used the frame right there to absorb a really big hit on it and held on to the ball.
Man in motion left. That's Smith and Jigba. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
From the 43, here's a 2nd down and 9. Out of the gun, Smith. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing again is Smith. Over the middle, complete. That's Walker. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. Brandon Powell deep for Minnesota. Get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Vikings offense making their way out behind their former number 3 overall pick, who spent his last year as a 49er. It's Sam Darnold.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and rankings, they don't matter to him very much, but I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number 1, including himself.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Darnold now to throw. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. On 1st down, it's Darnold. That's down the field for Jefferson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, but it's going to be 2nd down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. Well, they come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got a 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. To the air again, Darnold. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the backs make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Again, it's Jones. Oh, good move. Jones breaking from the contact. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big run there. 29 yards and a 1st.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Darnold on first down. There's Addison. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the air. And the Vikings post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Seven nothing is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is score as they begin with a first down. Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter. 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. On first down, Smith. And Walker has it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Geno now to throw. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. And Geno, meanwhile, tossing there to Smith and Jigba. And he'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now Geno on first down. Oh, he tried to fit it on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have it at their own 32-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, Darnold. He lets one go deep for Addison. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As the season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hockenson as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Extra point right now in the middle, and it's now 14-0. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. So not much time to speak of remaining its first half as the kick's away. And to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Back to throw, Smith. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. They'll fire one downfield for Fant. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Cohen. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Some critical games going on as teams fight for those final playoff berths. Let's get you around the NFL here in a busy Week 16.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
With a carry on first down, but I don't think he even made it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense all over that one.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll go again, Jones. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And Manny's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Sling around, and he got Addison. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him, and he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And inside, give to Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. 2nd down, another shot for Jones. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality, firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
This red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's 3rd down. From the shotgun to give to Jones. They didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Jones will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Well, he didn't work on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Now for the point after. And it's now 21-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now, let's see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the 2nd half. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Geno. Going right back to Fant. So 8 yards on the completion there. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
Cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them offside here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never questioned in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped him. I was like, oh, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. Second and 7. Smith now to throw. This is Fant on the short completion. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Here's Smith. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. How about one last great play defensively? And that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he'll be tackled just past the 35-36. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Up the middle, Jones. A nice little juke. 69 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Donald's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Good pickup there, 21 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10. Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing to the right side and complete to Jefferson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. That is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. They call that a total team effort. I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Vikings, they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they had double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Seattle, so long, everybody.